There may be short-term relief on the way for millions of Americans, and what some senators are suggesting going forward, and we're finally down to the last couple steps of the negotiations on this first package. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Welcome everybody, thank you so much for joining me and for being part of this community. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. Thank you so much, and let's talk through this. So first off, let's talk about this short-term relief that could be coming for millions of Americans that's actually coming right down to the wire. So as many of us know, the CDC eviction moratorium is set to expire in about 1 week. Scary, yeah. Potentially subjecting millions of Americans to eviction literally in a matter of just days. That's really scary. However, there's talk out there right now that the administration is looking at extending the CDC eviction moratorium by 1 month. So I'm not really sure what 1 month is going to do, but at the end of the day, at least 1 month is better than like a couple days, right? So I'll keep you posted on that if they actually do extend it, but it does look like they probably will be extending for a minimum of 1 month, which will be, really nice. But then again, in a month from now, are we going to have the same conversation where we need to extend again? I'm not really sure what they're thinking, but I feel like 1 month, hey, we'll take 1 month over literally a couple days. All right, next. So as many of you probably know as well, the student loan forbearance or the student loan deferrals that started last year, like early last year in 2020, those have been extended all the way out until the end of September. Well, as of right now, we have a handful of senators, including Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren, who are signing a letter, sending it over to the president, asking him to extend this student loan deferrals for another 6 months, which would actually put it out into early 2022, because as of October 1st, all those student loans that haven't been receiving payments because of, the deferrals that have been going on, those would actually kick back in as of October 1st. So yeah, once again, millions upon millions of people, once again, would be forced to make those payments starting October 1st. Here's what's really interesting about this. Okay, so we have the CDC eviction moratorium expiring in a couple days. We have these student loan deferrals that would be kicking back in just a matter of a couple months from now. Here's the thing. We have all these people urging them to extend these programs out. And again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's a pretty good thing. But here's the thing. If they didn't recognize that there's millions of people out there who are still struggling during this time, they wouldn't be looking to extend out all of these programs, right? So what I'm saying is, I think they do really acknowledge and recognize that there are millions of people right now who are still in a tough position, right? Millions of people are still struggling, which is why they want to continue to push these programs out further and further and continue to extend them. I don't know, just an observation. All right, so there are a handful of senators out there right now, and this is interesting because we literally just talked about this yesterday. There's a handful of senators out there right now who are saying, hey guys, we're kind of down to the wire on the negotiations of these two packages, the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. We need to consider staying here and continue working through our summer recess. Yes, there's a few senators who are actually coming out saying, I don't know if we can actually get this thing done and get all of this passed through, and especially all the details of the budget reconciliation passed and through by our summer recess. So we may need to consider staying here for a portion of our summer recess. Of course, some senators are saying, yeah, right, not happening. I'm going on vacation. I'm getting out of here. There's no chance I'm staying. And other people are saying, yes, we absolutely need to stay. If we cannot get our work done, we can't go home and play, right? Well, how many of us have lived by that theory throughout our entire life, right? You don't get your homework done. You don't get to go on recess and go outside and play with your buddies, right? Well, kind of the same thing is applying for all of these senators, right? So yeah, it's nice that they're actually floating this idea of actually staying through their summer recess. Maybe they don't have to stay their whole time. I mean, realistically, hopefully they don't have to stay, because that means if they don't stay, that means they've gotten their work done and they've gotten the package passed, right? That's what we ultimately want. So if they stay, that just means that they're working slower than ideal, right? But I'll keep you posted on that, but at least this idea is floating out there right now. All right, so we do have some new information that just came out late yesterday evening regarding the negotiations on this first package. Remember this one? We've talked about it many, many times now. It's been a very, very slow process, but finally we have a breakthrough. Yes, finally, seriously. So here's the thing. Late last night, that bipartisan group of senators actually came out and announced that they do have the framework and they finally have an agreement on this thing. And guess what? They've agreed with administration officials that they can actually go to the White House today, and they're going to be meeting with the president later today on a meeting to discuss the details of this package. So this is actually a really good thing. Like, we're literally finally down to the last few steps here in this negotiation. It's been a long time coming. This thing should have been done a month ago. I mean, that was the plan. A month ago, they wanted this thing done. Well, finally, they're meeting with the president today to hash out the final details on this and get the stamp of approval from the president. Once he actually approves this thing and actually says, yeah, you know what? I'm good with it. It's not ideal. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm okay with it. Once he gives that stamp of approval, you would have to imagine that most people will start to back the idea and come together and just say, fine, let's get it done. Finally, we're sick of talking about this. We're sick of negotiating. Let's just finally get this thing done. So that meeting will be taking place today. That's actually really good because here's the thing. Prior to actually meeting with the president, these administration officials have been meeting with this bipartisan group and saying, you know, we need to work on it. Basically, they're like the gatekeeper to the president, right? So they kind of go out and do all the kind of the dirty work, the negotiations, kind of to figure out if the plan is even worthy of bringing and presenting to the president. And finally, they've given their endorsement saying, okay, good. We can finally present this to the president and we can, you know, take up some of his time to actually meet with the bipartisan senators to go through the details of the package. So, yeah, finally. It would be so nice to get this thing finally behind us. An agreement finally behind us on this, because that means we can start working on the American Families Plan, and that is the one where we expect them to add that fourth stimulus check. Now, here's the thing. We do know, because Chuck Schumer has also confirmed this, that they are working on two different tracks right now. The bipartisan bill, perfect. Good, we want that one done. And then on the other track, like two trains running side by side parallel, we have another track running with this budget reconciliation proposal and bill that's running on the other track that they expect to pass both of these in July sometime. So this window between basically July 9th when they return from their 2-week vacation, which they actually leave on tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow they will be leaving on their 2-week vacation, and then they return July 9th. They hit it again, and they're back in session for about 4 weeks before they are done once again. August 6th is officially the last day, and then they're off for about 5 weeks. Yeah, so that's what they're saying earlier. Like I said, those senators are saying, hey, if we don't get it done within this 4-week period when we're back, basically July and early August, we need to consider staying into our into our August recess to get this thing hammered out. So the sooner that they can get this first package done, the sooner they can get all the details of this done, the more quickly they can start working on the second portion, the American Families Plan. And as we know, Bernie Sanders has that $6 trillion package, right? The $6 trillion package, which is way, way, way above and beyond what the president even initially proposed. So I'm thinking Bernie has some goodies in his old little goodie bag there that he wants to start passing out like treats on Halloween, right? It's a goodie bag, and just say, hey, what do you guys want? What kind of candy do you guys want here out of my little bag here? So anyway, some good news out of all this. So finally, we have some relief coming for millions of people who are potentially facing eviction. That's scary, right? For those of you in that position, I mean, there's millions of people. There's like 4.3 million people right now who are potentially facing eviction in literally a week from now. That's scary for millions of people. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now. I will keep you posted. We have that meeting going on today. I will be back later with another video to keep you updated with the meeting and all this other stuff going on, as well as anything else that could potentially come out throughout the day today. Yes, there's a lot of things that come out every single day, all of these different updates. So I will keep you posted for sure, but thank you so much for watching this. Like I said earlier, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out my videos from yesterday, as those are also pretty interesting. Thanks again, everyone. I'm here to keep you updated, and as always, I'm here to be your advocate and do whatever I possibly can within my civilian authority to get you all of the relief that you need during this time. Thanks again. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you again later in the next video.